Nigel Timothy Godrich is an English record producer, recording engineer and musician. He is best known for his work with the English rock band Radiohead, with whom he has produced 7 studio albums. Often referred to as the sixth member of the band, Godrich has also worked extensively with the band's frontman Thom Yorke on his solo material, and is a member of the experimental rock acts Atoms for Peace and Ultraísta. Other acts Godrich has worked with include Paul McCartney, Travis, Beck, R.E.M, Pavement, R.E.M, Natalie Imbruglia, The Divine Comedy, U2 and R.E.M. Biography. Early years. Nigel Godrich was born in Westminster, London, the son of a BBC sound supervisor. He was educated at William Ellis School in North London, where he shared classes with his friend and future 07 member Henry Binns. Originally a musician, he became interested in sound engineering and studied at the School of Audio Engineering. After graduating, Godrich became a junior staff member at the Audio One studio complex, working primarily as a T-boy. After the closure of Audio One, Godrich became the house engineer at Rack Studios, where he became a frequent tape operator for producer John Leckie, with whom he worked on albums by Ride and Denim. In 1995, Godrich left Rack to work with Binns on electronic dance music at their collective Shebang studio. Within 6 months he began working with mainstream acts including Pavement and Butler and Radiohead. Godrich's first collaborations with Radiohead were for some songs on the 1994 EP My Iron Lung, including The Trickster, and Permanent Daylight. He went on to engineer Radiohead's second album The Bends, working as an engineer under Leckie as producer. Godrich co-produced Black Star from the same album. Later in 1995, after the band found they got on well with him, he produced Radiohead's charity single Lucky plus tracks Bishop's Robes, and talk show host Street Spirit B-Sides, the former of which also appeared in the 1996 film Romeo plus Juliet. Godrich co-produced the enormously successful OK Computer with the band. In 2013, Godrich told The Guardian, OK Computer was such a big thing for me because I was given power for the first time. Some of these incredibly intelligent and insightful people said do what you want to me, so I worked my ass off for them and together we did something that represents where we all were at the time. And it stuck for some reason. People got it, so that changed my life. Nigel Godrich is sometimes informally credited as the sixth member of Radiohead due to his long-time collaboration with the Oxford band. He has gained notice for helping to define Radiohead's distinct sound, which established them as one of the more acclaimed rock bands in the world during the 1990s and 2000s. He is younger than all members of Radiohead, which is a rare situation among producers for popular acts. When working on OK Computer at improvised studios without the close supervision of longtime veterans or record labels, both he and the band learned as they went along, ultimately crediting the open process with the record's success. Beginning new work in 2005, Radiohead initially tried collaborating with other producers for the first time in a decade, but they returned to the studio with Godrich late in 2006 to record their 7th album, In Rainbows, and the band's 8th studio album The King of Limbs. Godrich also produced singer Thom Yorke's 2006 solo album The Eraser and performed with Yorke, Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Joey Aronka, and Mauro Refosco and Yorke's band Atoms for Peace in 2 concerts and 2 shows in Los Angeles in October 2009. Other projects. Coming off his success with OK Computer, Godrich mixed most of Natalie Imbruglia's hit Left of the Middle and R.E.M's largely electronic Up. He also produced Pavement's final album Terror Twilight. Godrich has collaborated with American singer-songwriter Beck several times, on Mutations, See Changing the Information. The first 2 of these albums, particularly the highly acclaimed See Change, were noted for their atmospheric folk pop sound, a major departure from the sample-heavy, spontaneous style Beck was best known for. He has also worked with Travis 3 times, producing the Scottish band's commercial breakthrough The Man Who, the follow-up The Invisible Band and The Boy with No Name, although the band also worked with Brian Eno and Mike Hedges on the latter album. In 2001, Godrich remixed U2's track Walk On for its single release. Godrich also mixed and contributed additional production on the French electronic group R.E.'s albums Talkie Walkie and Pocket Symphony. He produced the 20th anniversary version of Do They Know It's Christmas? Released in December 2004. In 2002, Godrich was hired by The Strokes to record their follow-up to Is This It?, but was fired when their recording sessions together proved, in the band's word, soulless. Godrich got the job of producing Paul McCartney's acclaimed Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, after being recommended by legendary Beatles producer George Martin. According to interviews, the idea of bringing in a younger producer was for McCartney to challenge himself. Godrich fired McCartney's touring band on the first day's sessions, and demanded the star abandon songs Godrich felt to be cliché copyright D, over sentimental or subpar. The resulting album was nominated for several Grammys including Album of the Year, and Godrich was nominated for Producer of the Year. In 2010, Godrich worked with director Edgar Wright to compose the score for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, his first film work. From 2012 Godrich has been a part of Ultraísta, the three-piece band, which also includes drummer Joey Aronka and singer Laura Bettinson, released an album in October of that year. From the Basement. In September 2006, it was announced that Godrich, along with producer Dilly Gent, producer James Chads and John Wilcom, were shooting the music series From the Basement, filmed from London's Maida Vale Studios. The series was to focus on intimate, live performances by musicians without a host or an audience. Godrich told Pitchfork Media in an interview, "We've got a lot of people that I'd like to see on the show, that we're talking to. But I don't want to mention their names. Obviously, I'm really interested to capture some really iconic, big enemies. Really the whole point is to get people who are having their moment, to try and get a definitive record of what they're doing." Godrich first conceived From the Basement as a means of authentically documenting music being made. Drawing further inspiration from British television music series The Old Grey Whistle Test, Godrich came upon the idea of a television program. Despite early reports, From the Basement did not initially appear on British television, because of not taking on corporate sponsors. Originally when the pilot was in production, From the Basement was to be an online program only. However, this was not feasible as it did not generate enough money to produce the episodes to the quality level desired. Instead, the producers went to international TV networks to receive money up front to produce the series. The series did eventually air on television. The first UK broadcast was on Sky Arts on December 1, 2007, featuring 4 songs performed by Radiohead frontman Thom Yorke on December 8, 2007. The United States premiere was on Rave HD on February 22, 2008, followed by a run on Independent Film Channel, as part of the network's Automat block of television programs in the autumn of 2008. On November 3, 2008, the series of performances was released on DVD. Nigel briefly dated Australian singer Natalie Imbruglia during their collaborative recording of her hit album Left of the Middle in 1997. In 2000, Godrich won a Grammy Award for producing Best Alternative Album Radiohead's Kid A. Discography = Composition credits = References. External links, unofficial website, All music credits, From the Basement website.